In this part of the build, we're going to go over the drive shafts as well as some of the electronics trays and the wheels and tires. Now, as I stated in my previous Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC and welcome to the next part of my MST CFX-WS DC1 build series. In this part of the build, we're going to go over the drive shafts as well as some of the electronics trays and the wheels and tires. Now, as I stated in my previous video, I've already had all this put together, had it all filmed and ready to go, but I mistakenly reformatted my SD card, so I lost all that footage. So there are a few things here that you'll miss, but I'll explain which things that you're missing from this remake of the video or reshoot. But anyway, we'll start off with the drive shafts. For the drive shafts, you'll need the parts from bag 10. For step 1 of the drive shafts, you'll need these following parts. Now you'll notice that I have these 3 O-rings here. There should actually be 6. I took these from the tool set that is included with the kit, but for this step you'll need 6 of these. And the reason that I haven't shown you 6 is because these are the O-rings are already installed into these tubes. So in this step you're going to want to stuff 3 O-rings in each tube. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make sure they're all flat. You can use the shaft to kind of make sure that it's all flat. So there's 3 O-rings in each of these shaft tubes, and we'll continue on. Alright, now the long shaft goes into the rear and the shorter shaft goes into the front. And that completes step 1 of the drive shafts. For step 2 of the drive shafts, you'll need 2 more of these couplings and 2 more screw pins. And that completes step 2. For step 3, you'll need the following: these 2 spacers, three M3 lock nuts, 1 M3 by 30 screw, 2 M3 by 14s, and 2 M3 by 18s. We're going to attach the front axle first. Now when you're attaching the front axle, make sure the drive shafts are in phase. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I mean by in phase, you'll notice that the yokes are in the same orientation right there. So you want to make sure that they're like that. Once again, just double checking to make sure that the drive shafts are in phase. A little bit off here. Fell out while I was putting the top of the axle on. Alright, I now have them in phase. That looks good. Time to attach the lower links. Now we want to attach the top of the shock. Here you'll need that washer. There's a small washer here. Make sure you don't forget it. It goes between the screw and the shock tower. That completes step 3. For step 4, you'll need the following. Once again, hit M3x30, 2 M3x18s, and 2 M3x14s, 3 M3 lock nuts, and these 2 washers. Once again, when attaching the rear axle, you want to make sure that the drive shafts are in phase, where the yokes match on each side in the same direction. Alright, see the yokes, they are the same. And let me just loosely attach some of these just so it doesn't fall out again like last time. That completes step 4. We've now mounted the rear axle to the chassis. And we're good to go. For this following part, you'll need bags 11 and the tool bag. Basically, you'll get the battery strap you'll get the electronics mounts and the sliders. So that's what you'll need for this part. For step 1 of the electronics trays and sliders, you'll need these following parts, and you'll need 8 of these screws. These are M2x12s. First thing you'll need to do is to insert the sliders to the depth that you want. And once again, I had already done this, but I accidentally deleted all my video, so I'm redoing this again. Alright, somewhere around there. I'll adjust it more accurately in just a minute. But let me just get it to about the point where I want. It's like right there. Okay. Then you're going to want to put these trays over the spots where you are going to screw them in. That completes step 1 of the electronics trays and sliders. For steps 2 and 3, you'll basically need this battery strap and electronics of your choice. I don't know what I'm going to be using yet. I am not quite sure. As far as electronics goes, I'm probably just going to use something basic, but yeah, you probably just want to stick your ESC receiver somewhere here or there. So that's up to you. Just 3M tape it. As far as this battery tray, the battery tray pretty much goes through this loop right here. I'm going to worry about electronics later, so we'll skip that for now. And with this battery strap attached, that pretty much completes step 2. Once again, step 3 I'm going to skip for now. It's basically mounting your electronics, and I don't know what I'm going to be using yet. Probably just something really basic for this rig. For the wheel and tire section, you'll need the parts from bag 12. For the wheels and tires specifically, they're not beadlock wheels, and they're glue-ons. They have these interesting start cut foams, but I feel like they're way too soft. It might as well just be no foams at all. But basically, just stick the foam in there. So, stick the tire on, or the wheel. And then you proceed to glue each tire to the wheel at the beads. Do it 4 times and you'll get 4 of these. And that completes step 1. I'm not going to glue them because I kind of want bead locks and I want to try these tires out, so I don't really want to use them and glue it right now. But yep, that completes step 1. For step 2, you'll need the following parts. You'll need these 4 hexes, 4 hex pins, 4 wheel nuts, and these 2 spacers. Alright, so let's go ahead and start attaching the wheels and tires to the chassis, and I'll be close to where I left off when I finished before deleting all that video. Alright, that finishes the front wheel and tire mounting. Now we're going to mount the rear, and for this you'll need these 2 spacers, 1 on each side. You put the spacer on first and then the pin. And that completes step 2, mounting the wheels and tires. For the body mounts, you pretty much need this assembly right here. And the basic idea of it is you just stick them in and you screw them in. I need to test fit the body first, so I'm not exactly gonna mount these on thoroughly. But I'll just put the screws in just so I don't lose the body posts. Catch that one. And that completes the body post section. Of course, you're going to trim it to the height that you want when you mount your body. And I am finally back to the part where I left off before whatever I finished of all that footage that I deleted. Good news is I already have the body painted and ready to go, but I'm finally back where I left off, and I am done with this part of the series, which is the drive shafts, mounting up the axles to the chassis, the electronics trays, the wheels and tires, and the body posts. So that pretty much does it for this part of the series. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the next part of this MST CFX-WS DC1 build. Thanks for watching.